I lost over $25,000 in 2024 from my agency. And if there's anything that I learned from my mistakes, it's that pricing plays a huge role in your agency's success. And if you're watching this video, you're probably not charging enough for your services. And let's be honest, you already know that or you wouldn't have clicked on this video. It's not as complicated as many people make it. All you need to learn are these 5 key fundamentals that helps you understand how to charge your services correctly, more specifically for lead gen and SMMA. But these same principles and fundamentals apply for basically any agency. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, guys. So obviously, key fundamental number 1 is eating all of your clients' complexity. So first of all, you're going to build trust through your offer. Now, what I really mean by that is basically having, of course, your main offer, which in our case at my agency, Patient Excel, is a fully done for you solution plus implementation. What that looks like is that we're generating the lead for our clients. We're building out the sales funnels and the marketing assets and the conversion mechanisms. We're following up with all the leads that we're generating for our clients. We're qualifying them. We're building relationship with the patients, and we're even scheduling the patient appointments for our clients. So we're handling the full acquisition process from lead generation to building relationship to qualifying to actually scheduling the patients, meaning that it's a seamless process and leaves our client with a new patient. Meaning they don't have to handle any of the acquisition process because we're taking all of that in-house at our company and we're handing over the qualified patients when they're actually ready to show up to the practice and to the dental clinic. So the main takeaway here is that once you eat your client's complexity, you're able to charge retainers kind of like this 7,200 MRR, $2,500 MRR, 10K days, 9K PIFs. The reason why we're able to charge a premium is because we have our service dialed in to the point where they understanding and actually can justify our service price. Also, the perceived value is so high on our services because they know that we're taking everything in-house and that actually cost a lot of money for them to implement for their practice. So they're actually viewing us as a premium service, and that creates leverage within your sales as well. So guys, fundamental 1 is eat your client's complexity to scale your offer and scale your actual prices. That is key number 1 to charging the most amount of money and making the most profit per sale. Takes me over to fundamental 2. You need to have abundance within your sales pipeline, which means, of course, you need to maximize your top of funnel and you need to drive as many clients in and leads into your sales pipeline. Reason why this is so important is because you'll have zero scarcity in charging for your services. Meaning, I'll kind of give you an example. Let's say you only have 5 to 10 opportunities a month. You're going to be so scarce in your sales process because you're going to do anything to basically get clients to the door. So that means dropping your prices. You're going to be bending your back over for basically clients that are almost a nightmare because they're asking so much from you. You're going to honestly be charging less for your services because you're in a scarcity mindset and you're like, I need to make this sale. I need to bring on new clients. Reason why you want to maximize your lead flow and your sales pipeline is because then you won't be operating in a mindset of scarcity and you'll have abundance within your sales, allowing you to test more with your price structure and allowing you to honestly just charge more and having a more consistent sales process that's actually scalable. So the reason why you want to maximize that is because you can set your prices super high and you don't need to be too scared of losing deals because you have so many in your pipeline. Like for example, this was my calendar last month, had 75 meetings on my calendar. So as you can see here, I'm not really operating in a scarcity mindset because I know I have more opportunities to convert down the line. It's super crucial because it actually allows me to once again increase my profits, charge more, and of course profit more for my clients. Some main problems with, less leads in your pipeline is of course cheap services. And then, of course, you have to fight for each sale. So you're going to be more willing to, of course, decrease your prices and basically work for less and less. So that is fundamental too, is that you want to maximize your top of funnel and get as much attention possible to your offer and to your services so you can operate in a mindset of abundance and be able to have a lot of sales calls and sales opportunities in your pipeline. So here's a little meme that I threw in here. It's very important to take this into consideration because, to be honest, the more leads you have in your pipeline, the more money you're going to be able to make and the more profit per sale you're also going to be able to make as well. So that takes me over to fundamental 3, and that's a repeatable sales process that's optimized for scalability. So the reason why this is so important is because it's easy to have a sales pitch that's repeatable and scalable. I'll break that down for you. Basically, if you don't have a proven sales process, every single call is going to be different, not allowing you to see what's working, what you can optimize, and track data. So, of course, it's not going to allow you to maximize your PPS, also known as profit per sale. Now, I'm going to break this down even further for you. The reason why it's very important is because you need to have something that you know works over and over again. So one, you can actually start hiring a sales team and scale like your company and your operation in general, but then also have something that's predictable, allowing you to have confidence and conviction within your sales process. So you need to have a repeatable sales process so you have conviction on every single sales call because it's repeatable and you know exactly what objections you're going to handle, exactly what flow you're going to be in, exactly what questions you have to ask in order to get someone into a buying state of mind. So it's very important that you have a repeatable sales process so you can, of course, test price structures, maximize your profit per sale, and basically have data to track on what's working and when to actually strategically increase your prices. So of course that allows you to analyze your sales calls, play with pricing, and of course, main thing here is maximizing your profit per sale. Now, the main problems here and how it's not repeatable is that you have no proven framework, no proven structure, no data. So this all causes you to, of course, not have consistency within your sales, which is leading you to charging less in your business for your services because you don't have enough data to back up why you should increase your prices in the first place. It has massive problems when you're trying to scale your offer in your company because you're fighting for each sale and your price is going to continue to be lower and lower because you don't have the data to back it up on when you should increase prices. You don't have the data on what's working. And basically your whole sales process is skewed because it's not repeatable and it's not scalable. So guys, you need to have a proven sales process that's dialed in, repeatable, that you can actually build data on. So that takes me into fundamental 4. That is having actual upsell ascension programs within your company. So why this is so important is because we can break it down. Imagine if you sign a client for $2,500 a month and you onboard them, they come in on board, and then you can upsell them on let's say a new campaign. Let's just say you signed a 3-month contract. You just turned a $7,500 contract into a $9,000 contract just based off upselling your client. Now, I know that sounds super basic. I'm actually going to give you some better examples, but the reason why this is so important is because you can maximize your lifetime value and also your profit per sale again. So having actual ascension upsells that are calculated within your company, it plays a massive role and allows you to make so much more and of course charge more for your services because you have actual upsells that are planned for your customers. So I'm going to go ahead and break down my exact strategy on some of my actual upsell. So for example, like I said, I can upsell on a second campaign when I onboard the client or a lead form on their website. So we're collecting organic website traffic and actually converting at the highest rate possible. So those are just 2 examples. I'll even take you through some more as well later down in this diagram. So basically we onboard the client. Here are 2 examples of upsells: second campaign or lead form. We charge a one-time fee of $1,000 plus $300 a month. And for a second campaign, we charge $500 a month. We can also do a website analysis. And if they don't have an AI chatbot, then we can also implement that for $300 a month as well. What that does is capture organic traffic from the website, collect that information, and answers basic questions of the patient. And of course, we have our in-house team call and schedule these appointments and these leads for our clients. So we basically say, hey, you're probably missing out on a whole bunch of organic website traffic because you're not optimizing for conversion on your website. We implement a lead form so patients can input their information on the website, or even a second campaign, like a second ad campaign, or the actual AI website chatbot. So those are just 3 ascensions that we can upsell. So for example, if we sign a client at $3,000 a month, and then we upsell them on a second campaign, that's $3,500 a month. And then we can upsell them on website lead forms. That's an extra $300 a month. So that's already now $3,000 client is now paying us $3,800 a month. And then if they want to even implement, let's say, a chatbot on their website, it's another $300 a month. So what was a $3,000 client just turned into a $4,100 client at no extra cost and no extra complexity at our business, because we have all SOPs for this. These are calculated upsells. So what just turned into a $9,000 contract value just turned into a $12,300 based off our ascensions. What that means for us is way more profit, way more scalability, and more peace of mind. So we're maximizing again our profit per sale here and our lifetime value because we have actual ascension programs and ascension upsells within our company. This is crucial if you want to scale your agency and actually make the most amount of money. So these are just, a couple fundamentals. We have one more key fundamental that I'm going to take you through. And that's, of course, having testimonials and case studies within your sales process and within your top of funnel marketing. And the main reason why this is so important is because if you have case studies and testimonials, it allows you to have conviction in your business and in your service, but it also makes your perceived value way higher. Because if you show your ICP that you've done this over and over again for multiple clients, then you're going to be able to build so much trust and perceived value with your potential clients and prospects because they've seen that you've done it before for a similar person in their similar situation. So that allows you to charge more money, have more conviction in your sales, and have more belief in your service. So having actual case studies and testimonials to leverage within your marketing and your sales process will, one, allow you to charge more because you have more conviction. It's truly a thing. It's directly correlated with your brain. If you really believe in your service, you can confidently pitch a higher retainer because of your case studies, because of your track record, and because you know you can actually do it. So having case studies leveraged in your sales is so beneficial, allowing you to charge more money. Because if you actually shift your mindset into believing this, then you're going to be able to have, like I said, conviction in your sales, belief, and also authority within your sales because you have the actual track record to back it up. Now, I know this is kind of blunt, but this is so true to the point where you need to, have actual case studies and testimonials because it helps you out so much in terms of scaling your business. Because once you actually begin to build a reputable track record within your industry and niche, you're going to be able to actually start building your brand, having more conviction in your sales, allowing you to charge more. I know I'm getting a little repetitive here, but it's so important to actually implement these 5 principles and these 5 fundamentals because you're going to be able to make so much more money in your company and agency. And trust me, take it from me. Last year, I lost $24,000 actually in my agency to this year being on a 7-figure run rate. Literally just flipped the switch from 1 year, basically. By taking some of these principles and implementing into my business, like proven sales process, proven acquisition process, meaning, expanding my top of funnel. Basically, everything I took you through here, guys, allowed me to scale to 70K per month in the time span of 6 months. And, now we're on a 7-figure run rate. So these are, 5 key fundamentals that you need to actually implement for your pricing strategy to maximize your profit per sale, maximize your lifetime value, and just maximize the amount of money that you're making in general within your agency. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. But yeah, guys, you really don't need to watch like 10 different videos on pricing. These are kind of like the most important fundamentals that you just need to have basically in your arsenal. Like, of course, you need to have a service, and that's kind of what I broke down here, my whole service. So you can honestly try implementing something like this. Having such an in-depth service, of course, adds a lot of complexity to your plate, but it's really worth it because you're, of course, able to charge more money, make more money, and you're able to just be more fulfilled within your business because you're delivering a more valuable service to your clients, allowing you to, one, charge more, get better results, and just have more peace of mind because you're taking all of the complexity in-house for your client. So yes, it's going to be more of a headache for you, but of course, once you actually start to eat your client's complexity, you're going to make more money. If I'm not mistaken, Jeff Bezos has a very similar quote to eating your client's complexity because you're able to charge more. You guys can look it up. It's some billionaire that has a very similar quote, and he's 100% correct. But yeah, guys, so these are the key 5 fundamentals that you really need to know about pricing. You don't need to go watch 10 videos on YouTube. This is really all you need. So appreciate you guys watching. And yeah, this is a brand new second channel. You can go check out my vlog channel where I'm just, uploading vlogs and daily lifestyle. And this is the channel where I really just break down tactical business advice and, basically into the nitty gritty of what I actually do to make money. So I appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead and subscribe, do all that good stuff, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.